than the traditional lineage, more than the fascinating legends of the origin of Asaba, many scholars and commentators have sought written evidence of these legends, only to find that much of Asaba's ancient history was oral tradition. But some others have dug even deeper and taken the time to reflect on what seems to be the open but hidden secret of Ahaba people.
The tradition of Asaba people has a lot to offer Nigerians. Not only Nigerians, probably humanity, yes, in terms of the meaning of its traditions and the art of good government, yes.
We often see photographs of men of valor lining the walls of museums, hero halls and churches across the world. Men and women whose achievements remind us of our history, our heritage. Millions are made in tourism to the Basilica in Italy, the Colosseum in Rome, the war memorials in England. The opera celebrates with drama and music the stories of the past and the present. Here in Asaba, a unique blend of high drama and history plays out more often than thought. There are no theater halls, no posh seats, no curtain calls, no museum guides explaining art for art's sake. But here, there is music. There are real actors, and the seats are reserved for those involved. Most of all, there is history and heritage. Asaba tradition, like many in Africa, is woven into very serious rites of passage. The most elaborate being the burial rites, an interplay of history, religion, art and folklore, a very richly interwoven tapestry of life, death and balance. Here the actors do not act, but are going through an all too real emotion. But playing out around them is the chronicle of history and often mystery of Asaba life, its past, its beliefs and worldview. A drama that serves as the central code to the structure of Asaba, its traditional government, its titles, and its view of life.
Well, one has to be an indigene to really understand, yes, some of the rituals that surround, say, the burial rites. Yes. Now, people coming from outside are inclined to think that these are some of the hocus pocus rituals of pagan people. But far from it. Yes. Far from it. When we now fully come to understand the meanings of all these rituals, which span a period of about 12 days in the case of a mature adult, then we will have more respect for what these rituals represent. And in a nutshell, I think the burial rituals represent in drama the story about the creation of the world, the origin of man, the destiny of man, death, and the resurrection of man. Yes. That is what is represented in a dramatic form in the burial rites. Yes. Yes.
Can it be true that the earliest Asaba settlers wove within the traditions of Asaba an intricate and fascinating drama of life and afterlife? If so, what was their purpose?
One of the most sacred rituals of Asaba people concerns their ewuwu. Yes. And when the rituals of this cult are being performed, you will hear the cultists chant Yah-ho-ho, Yah-ho-ho, Yahoho is a Hebrew word. That is the Hebrew name of God. The ancient Hebrew name of God. Yahoo. See that? But that is what the Asaba people chant. When somebody is about to depart finally from this earth plane, when the Egugu ritual is being performed. And not many people know that. It is possible that our ancestors have entrenched this in this ritual because it is commonly believed among religious people that everything will return to its origin. Yes.
Many societies have been known to weave within art and culture secrets to the past and often their origin. Is this the case with the Asaba people? What stories are told in these rites? Will we discover them? The burial rites are broken into two segments, the first burial and the second. And they are as follows. Within the first, Ibunatozu. This is the bringing back of the body by the Okulagwe with the Okanga. Cannon shots commence the ceremony. Umwada Imuno assemble and their daisi ties the ribbon on the head of the Diokba and Ada. Then there is Ikbaibudu. This is done by the Otu Haza of the Ebo, who assemble at the burial place of the deceased. Prayers and blessings are said with kola nut and any monetary gifts shared. In the past, a more mythical version of this takes place with the weaving of an actual structure during a rite which invokes the supposed spirit of the deceased, acting as a trap to hold the spirit in the process of assisting it on its journey to the other realm. Iguini. This is when the grave is dug. This is usually the job of the Okulagwe of the Ebo. Ikuleozu. Another one of the rites which echoes the rite of ancient Egypt is the Ikuleozu. Here, the Okulagwe of the community assist the relative with placing the body in the coffin. The Umuada, the women of the village, now gather round in a circle and food items are placed in the coffin. This is believed by some to assist the spirit of the deceased on its journey beyond. EIC. During this rite, the spouse is placed momentarily lying head to foot on the cover of the burial coffin. This is believed to be the final termination of the marriage between the deceased and his or her spouse. Songs led by a traditional flute called the Okpokolo accompany the interment, and 24 hours later, a purification ceremony is carried out to cleanse the home and brings to an end what is generally termed the first burial. Today, not many Asaba people opt for the traditional burial ceremony. For those who do, many modifications have definitely been made, with a more Christocentric view in mind. The second stage of the burial rites promises more drama and even more mysteries. heralded by cannon shots which bring to mind the military honors bestowed on soldiers who have fought a good fight. The second burial begins, assembling the Umuada, the women of the village. The ceremonial white ribbon is tied on the Ada and the Diokwa, the princess and the prince, so to speak. If the deceased is a woman, the Ada mourns loudly in her ancestral home for all to hear. There is much to be said about the beat of the Egwota. Some have said it resembles the beating heart. One thing is for sure, the rhythm is indeed enlivening. For those who have experienced the power of African rhythms to move your feet, this is certainly one good example. Legend has it that the Egwota was taught by a bird, Okolo Isile, which descended from the sky onto a big tree in Asaba. It beat its wings, singing and dancing to the rhythm of Egwota for many years, at which end it fell and died of exhaustion. Since then, the Asaba people have learnt this beat. Ibailo. This small carnival-like dance is led by the Ada with other women and the Umuada behind. One thing to note, this segment is a serious workout for those who are not used to it. Maybe a testament to the stamina of Asaba women as a whole. This is one of the rites in the latter part of a funeral ceremony that's going on right now, and behind me we'll have someone to explain to us what exactly is going on and some of the traditional rites that take place during the funeral rites, something that Asaba is known for. And also one of the things we would like to show you is some of the sharing on the portioning of different portions of meat. There's a goat that has been slaughtered here today, and out of these portions of meat, several people will get their share.
Traditionally, we have a red capsule. So the village says we should take this one to his house. This one belongs to the village.
I don't see that. What we not part of chief well the next day. More dying in it. Abia, like a mago, mapun on you. Boseke, Adaba Siarika came over here. I tell you no. They say you know. Indian Nebata, the Quasim. How my involves your mother. So I may say it is you know. The following day, I won't have for. Again, it's your quenta. Ah, that kind of two quenta. Uquenta and it's your Yana Gosina, Eu Haba, Gapo. So I just only have blown you contact make you go have I but say you got for so we do. Before you get quarter, you have no club. Boys were that was you have a good 2 hours of weather, no club. A position, and your money, whatever. There's no whatever, I got a quarter that day, but so bọsọ ayọ kwọta ọmọ ite wọn jà ala mmiri mana mbụla ndị anyị na-enwe ite aja ala mmiri ya bụ ọdụ bọsọ ayọ ebute ebe ite gaba n'ihu ilo ndị ọ na-ekwọta ọgbarịrị ahụ abịa nweweli mma gbuwe ya bụ na etobego di na nwunye maka nke a nabago ya onye nke abụọ tiwe ebe ite then the next eke ayego.
No specific amount.
But these are coins, I guess, not notes.
Yes, right, coins.
And all these are poured here, and actual children come down here to different people.
From all villages.
From all the different villages. Yes. So anybody being buried from any village comes around and they pour the money and everybody goes. And it's called Iyaigo.
Ayaziego, na about 5 o'clock. Anyase ewu abapwa. Ewu pozia. Ola nozino ti fozia mbosioria. Ewu aputilo. Telezewu mribaza. Ameja siyanko ewu ana that mbosioria. Then munye oge ewu anajo apozia. Onye kini ga hari kama kambo. Onye obuna amuni. Oge mbo. If you walk about a small girl or a young lady, I'll be a holiday. All our hello phone family people are hala over there. My obo necessary no we can now na mula ma not because possible na mula ma. Ma no gani na nya na nyezi ni. Obulo nye kalagoni. O simba na ya kalagoni ama muzidi ozo na ya ni ga no bo mwa. Ko min phone no mwa ni gani na nya so no mwa ni bodie.
All of these things are an integral part of Asaba tradition and a part of the dramatization. It is a dramatization of the circle of life that is part of a burial ceremony in Asaba, of the Asaba people's culture. It's a curious thing to see the influence of Christianity in several of the rites in Asaba. There certainly has been a refocus for many from what may have been prayers to deities to prayers to God and Jesus Christ. While many have understood the importance of the history involved in the rites and learned to modify tradition to suit growth, some have decided to leave tradition altogether, and yet others.
So, if the Hebrews want to return to Yahweh, then the Hebrews, that is the Hebrews of Palestine, then the Hebrews of Asaba also want to return to Yahweh. So I think if we look at these areas, we will see that it is possible that these people are the same.
The Asaba tradition plays out its history in more than the burial rites. Marriage ceremonies and other rites are a huge part of what it means to be from Asaba. In spite of the expense, in spite of the work involved and the personal conflicts often experienced, Asaba people are quite proud of their heritage and history.
I have 93 years, about 93 days. So a lot of achievement has been recorded.